Do you see how sad my eyes is? Or do you think I'm just performing? Honestly, I don't know. I turn on the camera, I started talking. Sometimes I think I know what I'm doing. But one of these days I just feel like a hypocrite. Because that's self-righteousness. Because I thought I could observe people, because I thought I'm wiser, or because I thought I know this and this and this and this about self-growth or whatever the fuck. But it thickens my ego sometimes up to a point where it just confuses the shit out of me. I don't want to waste my life performing, but we are currently living in a system that requires us to do so, to be acceptable, to fit into. I mean, yes, there are like moral guidelines as well, but I'm talking about like the subtle, let's just talk about the subtle ones then. The subtle way of performing, you know? And the thing is, sometimes we're performing to ourselves as well. Okay, I'm still talking in this very vague way because I don't know what to say first, but okay. Performing to ourselves. We feed ourselves a certain type of lie. Maybe it's something that we want it to be. Maybe it's something that we're deeply insecure about. Maybe it's, you know, it begins there, I suppose, as a response from the external turbulence that happens. And slowly we learn how to cope. And most of us doesn't know how to truly heal. So instead we put on an act, even to ourselves, thinking that we are doing the work, we are healing, we are on the right track. I wish they'd, you know, have a class about how to heal since I was in kindergarten. But they don't. It starts from the teacher or the parents or whatever. I mean, how we learn as a child, like, you know, if you behave nicely, we're gonna buy you this toy. Or if you behave badly, we're gonna punish you. So, you know, we learn. We learn from there. Like, oh, if I show what I'm truly feeling, or if I behave in a certain way that I am actually feeling, there's gonna be, you know, some kind of reaction that I will receive from others regarding that. And then as we began to grow in our life, as we began to see more things, experience more things, we began to realize what we want, right? We know what we want. Oh, I want to get that toy. But if I want to get that toy, it means I have to behave in this way, this way, this way, this way, this way. Maybe I'm feeling this, but I'm not gonna show this because it's not gonna get rewarded. So I'm just gonna show this to get that toy. God damn it. I hate it. I caught myself. Guys, I caught myself. I'm performing. Not only, I mean, like, it's enough. I'm performing on the stage. Literally, I'm performing with the music. Why isn't that enough? And again, turns out, as I sort of like run my thoughts or head around it, it's because we all want something. And again, we know, or we think we know what we should do in order to get what we want. What we want might be the simplest of things, you know? We just want to be seen. We just want to be loved. We just want to be accepted. We just want to be perceived in a certain way. So what happened is, you know, my self-righteousness, because I thought I was smart and shit. And then with the mix of my ego, I started observing someone. I see through their facade. And I say it out loud. Mind you, it was like a more intimate space, more like a safe space. So I sort of just confrontational. I confront that person, like, because we were talking about why this person asked me, why don't you think that you fit in this specific city? And I said, well, I think that city is very superficial. It's the central of the business, the industry, the everything. In order to climb the ladder, you gotta put up some act. And I think it's just very pretentious. And then, it started from that conversation. I started talking about, I also have an impression how you are actually pretending. That's what I said to that person. I think you're pretending to be this bright, bubbly person. Aren't you tired? I said that. And believe me, I said it because I care. But also, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. There's also a certain percentage of that self-righteousness again, and that ego. But turns out I was right, because he confirms it. He said, I guess you see right through me. I am tired. But the thing that I forget is we are all fucking performing. Why was I so harsh saying that to him? He was performing. Okay, maybe that's how he survived in that city, in that industry, and somehow it just sort of shaped his entire personality, because he's in the industry for so long. I didn't spend time to actually look at it from another point of view that is just so not fulfilled by my ego. And believe me, I don't hate myself by saying this. I'm just pointing out my flaw, because I want to fix it. I want to fix it, and therefore I have to acknowledge it. And I suppose what makes me feel like a hypocrite the most, because it gives me a sense of fulfillment, a sense of, I don't know, that superiority kind of feeling when the person confirmed that I was right. And long story short, the person cried in front of me. Cried. And I feel the pain, and I feel how hard it must be to live like that. And I was so cocky and full of myself. I thought I was a better person because I don't think I perform like the person, like him. I was so cruel. And then I started wondering how relieved he must have felt. Crying, pouring his heart out, while I'm still here with my why can I speak? With my self-righteousness, hiding behind this persona that is getting thickened as I think that I am this, on point reader. Fuck. I don't like that part about myself, but I don't hate it. I don't like how it makes me be. But I acknowledge it. It's my fault. I I have to fix it. I have to heal it. And the thing is, because I wanted to be that, all-knowing person, I started putting more acting as if I actually get my shit together. And isn't that the biggest performance in the room? I was pointing out to that person that, hey, you are pretentious, but then I am also doing the same. I thought by me being brutally honest somehow equals to not performing. I have so much to learn. I know my flaws. And I hide a lot too. And the thing about it is that I want someone to confront me the way I confront that person. I want someone to see me as well and say that I think you're pretending too. And I want to cry too in front of them, or I don't know, crying on my own. Projecting. That was me projecting to that person. I want to be seen as well. But because no one is seeing me, I trick myself. I feed myself that lie. That maybe if I see someone enough, it would compensate my longing of being seen. Again, I don't know if I'm being honest right now or if I'm still performing. I do feel that sadness, but I'm not gonna lie. Once I put on this camera, turn it on, I feel like I just have to pour it out, pour my hypocrisy, my feelings, my sadness, my everything in this very you know what I mean, right? Sometimes I can't find the word. In this very structured way. We all want to be seen. That's why we have social media. That's why we say a certain thing, even though it's not that simple. There's also other context, but that is one of the factors on why we be. I was shocked. I woke up yesterday and this YouTube channel have 30 subscriber now and 700 watcher on 700 views on one of my videos, and it terrifies me, but I feel seen, and people are saying nice things, and people are saying that they also think the same or they also feel the same, and it makes me feel nice and it makes me feel good because, okay, I'm not really alone. I'm seen. I'm with these people. I'm saying the right words to the camera. I don't know, it's a mix of so many things. And I'm terrified about this account, really, because the very reason why I make this account is because I just want to be free of that pretending. I want to make an account very anonymous, just pouring my guts out. And I want to make the channel accessible so that if one day I forgot the password, I could just remember my username and I would just type my own username and I would find me and I could see this archive of my thinking. That was the initial idea. But now that someone is actually listening, I am having a mixed feelings. I feel more careful to actually speak my truth. In fact, I archive one of my video because I mentioned several institutes or several other details that is just too much for this anonymous. I don't know, guys. I love talking to you guys. I love sharing my thoughts. I even love sharing my thoughts to no one. I don't mind 0 views, believe me. I've been doing it a lot, but somehow having that views to be seen, it did something that is not binary. It's a mix of emotion simultaneously, and it's not just about the black and white. It's not about feeling happy or feeling sad. But again, I just want to own it, you know? I feel like if I own my darkness, not my darkness, but if I own what I lack, if I own what I should be working on to heal, I'm gonna be able to have a framework on what to do, what to heal. Not that all of my healing is successful, guys, but the act of saying it out loud, you know, owning your mistakes, owning your lacks, it makes me feel human. Second of all, I don't have to store it at the back of my head and carry it with me every day, interacting with a different people with a different mask, but still with that at the back of my head. Me saying it out loud allows me to put myself out there without secretly resenting myself. So that is why I said I don't hate myself when I said that I'm a hypocrite. I don't. I wanted to change that. I don't hate it. I understand. I mean, I think we all have to have that understanding towards ourselves. And believe me, it's not narcissism. Narcissism, I think it's the quite opposite. But who knows, I might be wrong. And okay, I have the need to actually say this. Yes, I am speaking my mind out. I speak what I believe. I speak what I think is true at the moment. I speak a lot of things. But I know that I might not be right. I might be wrong. I might be saying it wrong. I might be missing a perspective. I might be, you know, that. What I'm trying to say is, again, I'm just a stranger on the internet. What I say is not always right. There's no such thing as right. I just want to find the balance to exist, knowing what to do in between that, in between all of that. Yeah. It's nice, it's nice. It's nice saying it out loud that I'm cocky. I think we all should collectively do that. Maybe that will give us a vision on how to actually love each other with more kindness. I believe that you cannot really love people if you don't know the meaning, if you don't know how to love yourself first, love your vessel first. You gotta know what you're doing. It's the same with music, I think. I am a rebel in the music as well. I don't know music theory. And I always say that with pride. But then my ex told me that in order for you to actually break the rules, you gotta know the rules. You gotta learn it, you gotta understand it. If you really want to criticize something, you gotta actually know what you want to criticize. You cannot just throw something out of feeling, or I mean, you can, but I suppose it's the most effective way to actually executing that need, that want, that I'm bad at picking words, guys. I wish it comes